which includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, daily check-in, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Need physical therapy but don't know where to go? Tried physical therapy but had a bad experience? Grab your physician's referral and head to Revolution Physical Therapy at the corner of Goodman and Getwell. At Revolution PT, you'll get one-on-one, hands-on therapy. Better and more thorough than just going to the gym. Revolution is locally owned and staffed by neighbors who care about your maximum recovery. And they accept all major insurances. Certified in dry needling, expert in myofascial release. Always relaxed and friendly. Revolution Physical Therapy is just what you need.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
If you like pina coladas.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
Check it out right here.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now,
the 3-time sexiest man in Millington, Johnny Harden.
What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome back from a wild weekend. I hope you had a whole lot of fun, and I sure hope you're not that big of a Cards fan. I mean, Cubs fan, excuse me. Huge Cards fan. Hope you're not that big of a Cubs fan. And if you are a big Cubs fan, I hope my boss, especially Eli, has just moved on. As he said, he's focused on college football because 4 one-run victories, just ripping the heart out of the Cubs and watching Craig Kimbrell give up those home runs. Like,
as a Cardinals fan, I love to see it, but you got to feel for him. That was rough,
That was
man.
rough, dude. Kimbrell,
like, it literally took them out of playoff contention in general. No wild. I mean, I guess they have a very slim wild card chance. But.
Let's just be real. There aren't anything good happening right now in Cub land. Let's just be real. And Austin, by the way, Austin Eldridge, you hear him in the morning. I saw one of his tweets. He's a very big Cardinals fan. He was very excited. Think about this. Cardinals, and I didn't even realize that it had actually been this long. First time back in the postseason since 2015. With all the success, I guess, the Redbirds have had of late, I just didn't realize, and yeah, I know the Dodgers have been there, and I started thinking about it, and of course, you know, you do realize, like, wow, it's been since 2015, but Cardinals back in the postseason where they belong. What a weekend it was in baseball. What a crazy weekend it was in football. What a wild weekend it was in sports. First and foremost, I just want to start off the show first and let y'all know, of course, what's going on. Thank you for tuning in to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I'm your sports mixologist, John Harden. Y'all know Gabe Kuhn. You can follow us on Twitter at Johnny_radio, or you can follow Gabe at G_Kuhn71. We also have now 2 FM channels, 96.1 and 87.7 FM. And, of course, you know I'm chilling in the Family Leisure Studios where family and fun come together. Never forget, Family Leisure's, it's at 2120 Witten Road, just north of I-40, and I literally call it the adult Toys R Us. If you want to make your house beautiful, if you want all those special things, if you want to do something special, Family Leisure, 2120 Witten Road, just north of I-40, and they give you our beautiful studios. Now, what are we doing in our beautiful studios today? Well, at 125, we're going to kick it off with studs and duds. How many studs and duds are there? There's a whole lot of them. And there's going to be some studs and duds that I promise you with the numbers that I'm going to drop on your head, it's going to mess up your head. Like, I really think Cam Newton is done, and I can prove it to you. And I'm going to prove it to you in studs and duds. Therefore, ergo, you must know that Kyle Allen is going to get a stud. And I'm going to give a big fat dud to Cam Newton or Driving Miss Daisy or Gina, whoever she is, or whatever he's wearing, because you know his ascot wears an ascot, and that dude ain't cared about playing football no more. I also want to talk about a guy who obviously loves football. Did anybody see Dante Jackson? We're going to talk about this guy in studs. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it was the highest vertical I've ever seen on an interception. I don't know if you've seen this yet. In fact, I am going to send this to you, Gabe Kuhn, a picture that I took today. I want you to look at this so you can talk about this when we talk about studs and duds, and tell me if this is not one of the most amazing, and you need to actually go watch it from a certain angle. It may have been, for me at least, it was one of the most amazing football defensive plays I've seen all year long. Now, want to start off again and tell you, I told you what we have. Studs and duds, straight no chaser, hard and wood, and yes, we're going to give you the picks for Monday Night Football. We've been on fire. Everything we had was really good, except for, sorry, Central Florida. Yes, they broke my heart too, and they broke my pocket. But yesterday, amen, hallelujah. Rams was easy peasy. And if you also took the Bills money line, they scared you, but they did it. If you also had the Vikings, how easy was that? Vikings were great. And then, what was the one that I loved so much? Oh, that was a little bit. Oh, Texas, the Texans. Whoo, Deshaun Watson made me nervous for a minute there, didn't he? Then came back and won that bad boy. Ay, ay, ay.
Great value if you had the money line, too.
Yes, it was, especially if you had a parlay with the Rams. In fact, I'm trying to remember. What was the one yesterday? And I'm going to pull out my tickets. Don't you hate when you forget one game that was really important to you? And you're like, how in the... of course, never mind. It was the Texans. I had the Texans in a teasers plus 10. I had the Texans plus 3. And then, of course, I had a money line parlay. So, yes, it was the Texans. So thank you, Deshaun. Now, there's a lot to get into, but first and foremost, I really do want to do this. I don't like starting on a bad note because it's Monday. Everybody's got the Mondays. Nobody wants to have the Mondays. I'm here to make you happy, and I promise you I'm going to make you happy. We are going to have so much fun, and I want you to remember that in this first segment, I want to hear from you. 67129 901-360-8255 at the First Bank phone lines. But I need to know, first and foremost, rest in peace, Jevan Snead. Rest in peace, Jevan Snead. Very serious. As I can't be more serious than this. To all my Ole Miss brethren, to everybody in Texas, to everybody who knew or cared for Jevan, I feel your pain, and I'm very, very sorry for it. He was way too young to pass. Had some great, great memories, but there's a lot more than just that. To Jevan's family and to all those who are still here on this planet and who are hurting today, I just want you to know that I send you my deepest condolences, and to all the Ole Miss family, seriously, I'm very sorry for your loss. I do have to say, because I am a journalist and talking on the radio and telling y'all what's going on, they do not suspect foul play. That is good. Interesting note is, though, that the police department did say that they were opening an investigation into it today. So we're going to learn a little bit more. It is very heart-wrenching. I don't want to speculate. I just want to right now just say to the family, we love you here at Johnny Radio's Happy Hour, and to all those Ole Miss and Texans and all the people who are struggling, and all those people who are just struggling because life is peaks and valleys, and sometimes we're up and sometimes we're down. To all those people who are struggling, you'll get back on top of those peaks, all right? I can promise you that. Now, I can tell you one thing I got to bring up, and this is where the first segment goes, and this is almost, unfortunately, why that's almost the perfect way to start the show, because I've told this to Gabe. He's heard me as of late. I mentioned it years ago when the NFL was so unbelievable. This was before Colin Kaepernick. This was when they were just raking in money. This was right after they signed that huge, $9 billion deal. I said, well, that might be the largest or last super huge contract that they ever signed. I was laughed at, called a moron, by people who work here. I was also producing, I think, at the time. Just told that's why you're always going to be on that thing because you don't know what you're talking about. I had a lot of people rip me really, really bad. It's kind of weird how I say that, and then all of a sudden you start seeing like bottom line and issues start coming up. You start seeing that Amazon and Google and Hulu and Netflix and all these things are starting to interfere with, well, the revenue dollars of the normal cable televisions, the regular big three, and then cable TV, where people like this is the most fractured we have ever been as a society. It has been somehow the NFL has been basically oblivious. Like, it can happen. Everybody else, they see it happening too, but it ain't affecting them. They're just like, doesn't matter. We're the NFL. We're bad to the bone. We can fight anything. That was true. But then things did start to change. And you know what? The NFL didn't change. And now they're trying to change. And then they've caught themselves at a point to where now everybody just remembers all the stupid mistakes. When reality was happening and people were starting to get upset, and you had all this stuff that was going on with the, QE1 and QE2 and the financial crisis, and you got all this stuff in the whole world going on, and then you got brokers and real estate developers losing their jobs, and all kinds of things are going on, and then he wants to mess with, Tom Brady's balls. Something stupid. Then we find out how stupid he was with the Ray Rice situation. And then we find out King Roger just keeps making all these really, really stupid mistakes. And then last week, me and Gabe talked about, just to kind of like fast forward time, about Ramsey, who plays this weekend. At the end of the game, hugging his teammates. After they win the game, telling his teammates, hey, I know we won the game, love you, but man, just want you to know I'm still leaving the team. Love you. I mean, like, there was a line of people. I don't know if I wouldn't have been in that line. I might like the guy or whatever, but I'd have been ticked off. Gardner Minshew, cool dude, young guy. Nick Foles is injured. And you got to be a complete bleep and it always be just about you. What about the other 53 dudes on that, 53 men on that roster?
I think the biggest issue I have with what's going on and where we are in this climate with the NFL is
it's become a me.
It was sort of set off by AB, if I'm not mistaken. It just sort of, the timing of this whole thing and just how these players are acting just really concerns me with the timing of AB's situation and how this is all playing out.
Well, everybody's acting a damn fool. I'm just going to tell you that. And people don't like it. I was at the university. You're going to sit there and say to me, kids don't know jack. Well, I guess you have to understand advertisers, and if you studied journalism, they reach for the young people for a reason, because when you become part of that brand, usually you stick with that brand your whole life and then you pass it on down to your family, etc. They are always going after young people. When young people start holding two fingers in the air and it ain't a peace sign, there's a problem. When I walk through for an hour to interview as many students as I can, of ask them one thing: how much NFL did you watch this weekend? And I only had 12 tell me they watched any football. And then a lot of them say it was Thursday night. 4 of them said they only watched Thursday. You know why that was, don't you? Titans. I mean.
And honestly, that was a mistake because the other game going on was pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, that was. That was a very interesting one. But no. It's sad. And here's also what I want to bring up. And this is, you're going to sit there and say, John, you are overreacting. No, I'm underreacting. I haven't really even told you all the things that you need to know. Obviously, you weren't paying attention to not only just Antonio Brown, who's an a-hole, but did you see Bill Belichick, the death stare that he gave Dana Jacobson for doing her job? Are you joking? Dana does her job. Ask a question. And you stare at her like you're going to kill her because you want to what? Show her your power? You want to show the world that you're bigger and you're better and you're stronger? You want to try to make her feel small or stupid? What did you accomplish by doing that? Because I can tell you what you accomplished to me. You proved that there is a problem and y'all have way too much power. This monopoly obviously worked for a long time, but the monopoly is not working anymore with pro sports. because y'all become a-holes. You've become ungrateful, unappreciative to the fans. You don't care if they watch or don't watch. You say it repeatedly, and then they still watch. I don't get it. If I was an absolute crackhead, junkie sports person, I would have a long time said, I don't even know. I would have just gone and started following bands or doing something different. I don't know. But I would have been so disrespected because they do nothing but disrespect. I mean, I still think about DeMarcus Lawrence walking by with that kid, say, hey, DeMarcus, can I get an autograph? Wrong jersey, kid. These are, like, this isn't a one-time thing. This is thousands of times it happens. Now, can I sit there and say there's some good things that happen? Man, trust me, I look and I try. Like, nobody tries harder to talk positive than me. I can promise you that. I go out and we got Bo Wallace coming on Friday. The gentlemen at MLK who literally were so awesome. Last week I was starting to feel like, hey, we realistically as a society, we if it leads, it bleeds. We're too focused on that. We need to focus on the good. And I was seeing a lot of good out of some young people, and I was seeing a lot of good out of old people and a lot of good out of normal and the exceptional. And then we go back and I start to realize, like, oh gosh, I forgot. So these athletes have now become so entitled that they don't even realize when they're making a mistake. Like, they don't even realize that, that the Jags won and Jalen Ramsey's still an a-hole. Today, by the way, if you did not know, the reason I bring this up, he called in and reported sick. Why did he report sick? That way he gets paid, he can't get fined. It's all about money. It's and yes, it should be about money because it is about money, but it is also all about team. And that's what made y'all get the largest contracts, because you were allowed to operate in a monopoly. You don't have to pay all these taxes and all this stuff. I mean, it's unbelievable. And now, the XFL is going to open up. If Antonio Brown, the NFL was horrible for you, go play in Vince McMahon's league. I mean, it's the whole situation. And the fact that right now the National Players Association is going to have to, because of, Antonio Brown is part of the NFLPA. He pays his dues. They're going to have to defend him. And it's indefensible. Do you know what I'm saying? How do you defend the indefensible? And this is going to make the National Football Players Association look like what? Right before their largest, the biggest thing that's ever happened. You've already got them. Yo, put your money aside. Save. This is for real. We're taking it to the owners. And then you have this happen with AB, and it's going to make the NFLPA come in from a weaker position. Go ahead, Gabe.
And then you look at like Jamal Adams, Jalen Ramsey, Minkah Fitzpatrick. I just don't think I don't want the NFLPA to try to overreach and take too much. And that's the issue I'm having right now with these players. Because I don't think we need to be in a league. I think the NBA goes too far with it, where you sort of leave the smaller markets behind and try and go play in these big markets with these good teams and try to create. I don't like that. I don't like super teams. I don't think that will work in the NFL.
And by the way, I wanted to ask you this because I don't know if I might be overstating this. And AB, and I'm going to remind some people, I am not even just talking about the two different people that have accused him of the sexual assault issue. I am only, as a human being, because I'm going to wait and let that play out. But as a human being, reading about how Antonio Brown would supposedly call on a business and say things like, hey, I want to give back. I want to do something for the community. I want to give back to black businesses. This is literally what he would say to them. Then they would come over. They would agree on, let's just use an arbitrary term, because you can go read the article, $30,000. And then after that, he would say, come on, let's take a picture. You hang this in front of your thing. I'll write that you did a good job. My attorney's going to give you $20,000. Knowing me, and that picture is worth at least $10K. If you don't take this $20K and you want to fight me for the other $10K, my lawyer will keep you tied up in court for 3 years. Can I just tell you what that makes him? A piece of you-know-what. before the other stuff even.
And a lot of the time, he didn't even offer the money.
Yeah, and some of the times
It would just be writing a good review and thinking that would go far.
And
posting it on social media and thinking that would go far. That's not how you conduct business.
Nope, that's not how you can do it. And by the way, he did this hundreds of times to multiple people. And again, for him to act like he was doing them a favor because he would take a picture with them and tell them they could hang it in their store, that just shows the narcissist that he is.
And then the tweet tirade of this weekend where he came out and talked about how there's too much power with the owners. Yes, I do believe that. But you are a guy who literally just left $40 million of guaranteed money on the table and said peace to it.
Yep.
And you want to talk about other people
self-inflicted.
being entitled and other people having more power. I don't understand how much power you need. You're a player. Be a player.
And the problem is they also, people forget, AB had, right when John Gruden called in to do that, that was planned. Like, he wanted to put that out on social media. He is always trying to, it seems like, hurt people and not help them. Like, I thought football was about uplifting people and communities and everybody around you, making men better. It was about, there's just so many things that are positive about this sport. And it's amazing how so few people have now focused on and turned something that is the greatest sport in America. Everybody and their grandmother watches it and loves it. So many people participate and love it.
Even though there's been so many reasons to just leave it behind.
So many times.
There's been so many
there's
reasons.
That much love. But
Exactly.
that just shows the love for it. And then you continually have people do this. But what breaks me is because this is what I was going to tell you. And this is where I'm going to kind of try to leave it at. Antonio Brown is a player, and he's obviously, if you listen to Bill Cowher this weekend, or Randy Moss had a very impassioned speech. I thought it was very good. If you listen to some of these people, he does sound like a person that needs help. But I wanted to ask you this. Since Bill Belichick is the coach of that football team, and what he did to Dana, did that not hurt the team, the league, as much as the way AB's acting? And the reason I say this is because he's going to go down as the greatest coach in NFL history and also the biggest jerk in NFL history.
He wouldn't be the first coach to be a jerk, though.
True,
but at the same time,
it's almost like AB even said, and I'm not trying to say AB's right, but man, talk about a double-edged sword.
And with Bill, there's definitely some. It's going to he's going to have problems with his legacy because of all the times he's got caught cheating, everything like that. But end of the day, he wouldn't be the first jerk coach to ever go down in history.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Way, football coaches are historically
But
jerks.
Here's the one thing I wanted to, I guess what I was trying to say, and the main point I wanted to get it into was, it's not always about isms that make football right now bad. And that's what I think people are missing is you had two football players at MLK who used their power for good. Do you know what I'm saying? To help stop bullying. It isn't always about sexism or feminism or this ism or that ism. It's sometimes just about having more money, more power, and bullying somebody. And I feel like Bill Belichick was bullying. I feel like Antonio Brown was trying to show he was a bull, not somebody else. I think the whole Jalen Ramsey is all about him and Tom Coughlin, who's the biggest you-know-what in the room. All this stuff, it does, in all actuality, it's weird. It comes back to basically a-holes and bullies, and that's not what we want this league to be about.
The fight that some of these players are fighting has become so saturated, and I don't even understand anymore. I don't get it. Obviously, the CBA, you're going to have to work that out when the NFL, when after this year. Figure it out.
Yes, you are.
Get a guy in power who's going to have a spine.
Now,
but other than that, you can't do much at this moment.
Now, I do have to tell you, we are coming back with something because we've talked some serious stuff. Now we're about to have a whole lot of dead gum fun because we are going to do some studs and duds, and we have got some studs and some duds from the weekend. We're taking this bad boy to 2. Then we got Straight No Chaser, Hardwood, and of course, our Monday night pick of the week. Man, my man Vanelli has been fuego, hotter than a firecracker. Whatever you do, make sure you always remember MemphisFarmers.com. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call this toll-free number right now, 800-390-9528. That's 800-390-9528. By calling your addiction team, you're taking the first steps to recovery. The help you need could be one call away. 800-390-9528. Make the free call now. 800-390-9528. Your addiction team is a third-party advertiser for various treatment centers and placement networks. Individual results will vary. Visit youraddictionteam.com/terms for more information.
Hi, this is Troy Five Ash, owner of Five Ash Roofing. If you're in need of a roof, there's no better place to start than Five Ash Roofing. No matter what your situation is, we have you covered. We can walk you through the insurance process without committing fraud like many of my competitors. You'd be surprised how many times salesmen and contractors will manufacture storm damage just so they can get a sale. We do residential, multifamily, and commercial work. We're certified in every form of roofing we offer. Our labor warranties are for the life of the shingle, and we don't charge extra for that. And to my knowledge, there's no other roofing company in Memphis offering that level of security. And if that's not enough, we offer a best price guarantee. We are the official roofer of the University of Memphis Athletic Department and a proud member of the Tigers home team. Five Ash Roofing, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five Ash Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Successful organizations have experts, marketing experts, finance experts, logistics experts, but few have cloud experts. Fortunately, CDW has cloud experts, lots of them. CDW Cloud Consulting Services can help your company develop smart strategic cloud solutions. They'll work within your budget and requirements to help your company get ahead of the competition and maximize your cloud investment. Visit cdw.com/cloud to learn more about our cloud consulting services. CDW, people who get it.
Stop. Pick up your golf clubs. Head to my favorite place, Vantage Point Golf Center, 9580 Macon Road in Cordova. Open 7 days a week. Vantage Point Golf Center. They got it all. Top Tracer powered by Top Golf. Track your shots like the pros. You know exactly where you hit the ball. Have a beer, eat a sandwich, and relax. Over 50 grass spots and fully lit for nighttime. There are 18 holes of mini golf. It's fun for the whole family. Visit Vantage Point Golf Center. They've got it all. 1 mile west of Houston Levee.
Upgrade your commute at Acura of Memphis. Seize the thrill and test drive one of our award-winning models, each packed with cutting-edge technology, luxurious amenities, and a driving experience that's sure to awaken your inner self. Driving shouldn't be a chore, it should be an adventure. Advance your drive today, shop our aggressive lease and finance options now, luxury is waiting at Acura of Memphis, or shop online 24/7, visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
Looking for a great place to deposit your money? Try First Bank. Competitive CD rates, a money market that moves with Wall Street prime and interest-bearing checking account options. Not to mention their friendly bankers who make decisions locally. To find out more, stop by one of First Bank's 3 local branches. 6482 Poplar Avenue, just east of International Paper. 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase. And 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or visit firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC.
The Spirit Shop is having a broadcast all day Wednesday from 10 a to 6 p. The Spirit Shop is literally pulling out all the stops all day with Sports 56. Sample all your favorite bourbon, beer, and wines. We got a food truck. Come win lots of door prizes. Tickets to the U of M Navy game. $50 gift cards to Neil's Bar and Grill. $50 gift cards to the Butcher Shop. 4 rounds of golf at Wedgwood, including the cart. Make the Spirit Shop your liquor, wine, and beer oasis. 4848 Poplar.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. This hour is brought to you by MemphisFarmers.com. Insurance coverage backed by a local agent and a brand trusted nationwide. We are farmers. MemphisFarmers.com.
What is up? What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. I hope you're having a great day. You know, it's Monday. You're alive, baby. Celebrate that. And also remember something. Always remember, Keep it locked to Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM. You can also make sure you message us on Facebook, Periscope, Instagram, YouTube, or Twitter. You can message us by going to @Sports56WHBQ. Watch us. You can actually see me. What's up? You can actually now, I think I don't have a hat on today, do I? Yep, yeah, I can see if I have hair.
Man, it threw me off this morning. That's the first thing I said to you, isn't it? I mean, basically, you walked in, I saw hair, and I'm like, who is that?
Do you know why, though?
You couldn't find it.
My hat's in my car, and I had to drive Honey's car today. It's just something, I don't know. It's in my car. It's on my thing. I take it off and wear it in. But anyway, we are about to do one of my favorite segments, Studs and Duds, and I love it when you people participate. Always hit us up at the First Bank text line at 67129. You can always hit us on the First Bank phone lines at 901-360-8255. Very, very interesting first segment, I think. Again, a lot of people out there are very shocked by what's going on in the National Football League with its players, its coaches. But I do have some very good information. I did want to say shout out to Michael McClooney. Met him down in Tunica. He said he's a huge fan of the show, also a big fan of Gabe's and all of us. What's up? Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. And my man Nunzio, he was down there kicking, you know what, and taking names this weekend. What's up, Nuns? I know you're listening, my man. To all the Cardinal people out there, I know you got to be on cloud nine. And for all you Cubby fans, just shift to another sport, okay? Just just remember y'all won a World Series.
Hey, next year revitalized. You're probably gonna have a new manager. You know, look on the bright side of things.
Yeah, try your best. Don't think of Craig Kimbrell anymore. Do you think he might be the most hated Cub ever?
They got him for 2 more years, don't they?
Oh, dude, do you think they're going to keep him? They're going to figure out how to get rid of him.
Look. One bad series doesn't dictate whether you get rid of a guy, but that was a very important series.
Those back-to-back jacks he gave up on, what was that, Saturday night? That was so bad, though. And it was almost like the first one he gave up, I think the guy standing next to me was like, dude, you know he's going to give up another one. And I was like, no, man, he's going to bear down. Very next pitch, it was a home run. I was like, dude, who's going to win the next game? It's like, this guy's on fire. But anyway, speaking of fire, we're about to do one of my favorite segments of the day. We're going to do some studs and duds. There's a lot of them out there. Before I get there, I want to say there's always a stud right here in Memphis. His name is Chad Gatlin. Auto, home, life, business. Whatever you can think of, my man has your back. Why? Because he's the best in the business when it comes to what? Insurance. Insurance of any type, he's got you covered. We are farmers. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, he works for Farmers, but he's located right here in Memphis. That's why you want to go to memphisfarmers.com. It's that simple, memphisfarmers.com. Tell my man Chad Gatlin I said what's up, all right? Now let's do some studs and duds.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
I don't know, man. I got to start with, honestly, y'all can laugh all you want. You can sit there and say, Harden, you are you can call me a homer. I don't care if you call me a homer, to tell you the truth. These things don't bother me. I mentioned his name earlier in the program, but in my opinion, in all honesty, this guy might have been able to play in professional basketball. I don't know if he could shoot. I don't know if he can do anything, to be honest with you. But all I know, he can play he can play football. He intercepts balls like nobody's business. He had 2 interceptions. But Dante Jackson had the biggest jump and intercepted a ball that Kyler Murray threw. And I know for a fact when Kyler got rid of that ball, never in a million years did he think there was any chance, and you know what, that ball was going to be picked off. Still, in my opinion, the best play in all of the NFL, period. That was unbelievable. Now, big ol' stud to Daniel Jones. How you like me now? You know, somewhere, there is an actual guy named Dave Gettleman who's probably got a really big smile on his face saying things like, told you so. Told you so. You know, he's feeling really good right now. I will say that.
It's the Bucks.
It is, I was getting ready to say,
it is the Bucks. It is the Bucks. Hey, 18-plus point lead I can deal with, though. If you come back from that, that's a pretty good.
That was baller.
That's a pretty good debut game.
That was straight up baller. And he did it without his best player.
Did you read off the stats yet?
Saquon Barkley. Oh, no, I'm about to. Hold on. Did y'all know this? This is where this is going to mess y'all's heads up more than anything in the world. Did y'all know that he is the first rookie to throw for more than 300 yards, 2 passing and 2 rushing touchdowns since 1970, baby? Did you know that? Yeah, that's called baller shot caller. The other thing is, again, I told you he did it without Saquon, right? Remember, he suffered, by the way, this is a dud. He got a high ankle sprain, people. Bad news, he did have an MRI, a little sidebar, out 4 to 8 weeks. 4 on the good, 8 week on the bad. Let's just be real, probably around 6 weeks, yo. This is going to be painful.
I wonder, though. High ankle sprains are bad.
Man,
but 8 weeks bad. They're not usually 8 weeks bad.
Man, it's a bad one. You can tell it's a bad one. You can tell. Ay. But not only that, did you know this is crazy? They were down by 18 points. Lost Saquon Barkley. This thing's over. Daniel Jones is in there. The guy can't play, right? Do you think maybe they should go to Eli Manning? Nope, because he definitely couldn't rush for those 2 touchdowns. That's for damn sure. And by the way, he made a throw where he thought he was the baddest dude on planet Earth because that was in a tight window. Sterling Shepard comes back to the pylon, pulls that ball down, thrown where only he could get it, away from both Bucks defenders. A perfectly thrown ball. Got to give my man Daniel Damn Jones a big fat stud. First rookie since 1970, 300 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns, and guess what? Only time the Giants have ever come back from 18 points or more.
And you look like a genius if you started him in fantasy.
Oh, yeah, you do look like a genius. By the way, I want to know something. Did you know how many times Eli Manning has trailed by 18 points or more?
This is absolutely amazing.
44 times. That's number one. The saddest part about this, look it up. That's more than any quarterback in the history of the game. The other part about this is he never came back and won one of those. Jones is 1-0 in those such scenarios. And the worst part about it is I have never seen so many people upset about a Giants victory. Like Eli fans. Are you Giants fans or are you Eli fans? Eli was dapping Daniel Jones. Why can't you dap Daniel Jones?
I can't imagine, in this region we're at, that there's many like real Giants fans. More Eli fans. More Eli fans.
I guess you're probably right, but my goodness, they were going out crazy on Daniel yesterday. Poor kid. Can't win for losing. Speaking of quarterbacks, by the way, let's just be real. I'm going to tell you this right now. You're going to laugh at me when I say this. Best quarterback in college football today, I'm not saying will be at the end of the season. Today is Joe Burrows. No doubt about it. I don't give a damn who you are. You can say Jalen Hurts. You can try to, don't even say Tua Tagovailoa. You can say all kinds of people. My man at Clemson, I don't know if he done lost his mind, but he looked horrible through the first 3 games. But right now, no one, and I mean nobody, not even close, looks Joe Burrows. Joe Burrow is the best player. I always throw an S. I know, people. I know it's Joe Burrow.
That's that Southern stuff we talked about,
I know,
man.
It is. By the way, I do know it's Joe Burrow. I just can't help.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow.
Burrows. It rolls off the tongue better to you.
Joe Burrow is a bad man. So you know what? I'm just going to I'm going to stop saying the S because you are that bad to the bone. Joe Burrow, baller, biggest stud in college football. Let me give you these numbers. Okay, you can say to yourself, he just smacked Vandy. How awesome is that? Well, let me just tell you something. They dropped 66 points on the Commodores, homie. 66. They ain't ever had a quarterback like Joe Burrows, even when they had Matt Flynn and sipping on some scissor up. Come on, Jamarcus Russell wasn't even doing this. This is nasty. Stud. By the way, did you know that this team could win by throwing the football? I sure didn't. Gus Malzahn, I can't believe I'm doing this. Holy guacamole. Dude went from the hot seat to the penthouse, didn't he? Like, is it me or is Gus PIMPing? Like with a freshman quarterback in Bo Nix? Went to Texas
God made
A&M?
him specifically for that offense.
He made him for that offense, didn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he went down to Texas A&M
Tim
and
Tebow said so.
Tim Tebow said it, so you know it's true. He talked to God. He really did. That was straight up. He told me. Now, he by the way, for real though, think about it. He went out there and said, $75 million? Let me show you what your $75 million is going to get you. A butt whipping from me. Gus Bus slapping A&M like
Gus
it's going
Bus,
down
man.
the style.
Gus Bus. Can I throw out a stud and a dud at the same time?
Sure can.
Did you see the Wazoo UCLA game?
Dude, okay. Can I,
Oh, okay.
Can I
I want to
something?
say offenses.
No,
stud.
I gotta first of all, I gotta admit something.
Okay.
No, I missed the second half. Who in the hell was gonna watch that thing? I thought it was over.
Okay, yeah, but I'm gonna give studs to both offenses. Both the quarterbacks combined for 1,077 yards passing and 14 TDs. The final score was 67-63. The quarterbacks Anthony Gordon and Dorian Thompson-Robinson ran the show. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. UCLA scored 50 points in the second half. That's a stud right there.
50
but
points?
I have to give this right now. If you're a defense in that game and you go watch that film, how embarrassed are you? That's a
You
huge
can't-
dud.
That's the worst film session in the history of the sport.
It's embarrassing. You cannot have a game 67-63 and call yourself a contending team. Washington State, after last week, I thought they were okay. I thought they were going to make a run at that Pac-12, but after this week, I don't think their defense is good enough to hold up.
I just can't even believe that, man. I just can't even believe that. Oh, man, I can't believe I just got this. Just literally came across, man. I hate to do this. A very big dud. Andre Emmett, a star from Texas Tech under Coach Bob Knight in the early 2000s, standout in Ice Cube's Big Three this season. He was died on Sunday at the age of 37. It doesn't say murder. I apologize. Died.
But they do suspect foul.
I was going to say there is an investigation ongoing. There was a altercation at some point. He was confronted by two men while sitting in the front of a car in front of a house in Dallas. Somebody had a gun. They say that Emmett fled but was shot. And golly, this is all just coming in. Well, how tragic is this? Emmett was a 6'5" shooting guard who was named a consensus All-American in 2004 after averaging 20 points, 6.6 rebounds per game. Texas Tech did post a tweet acknowledging his passing, thanking him as a competitor that he was on the court, but as a better person off the court. And just thanks for many amazing memories. Rest in peace, Dre. Man, that sucks. I'm so sad. I hate giving sad news. It's the last thing I really, really wanted to do. But again, it came across, and I know there's somebody out there who definitely wanted to know that. I do have to also say, this is historical dud. The Dolphins, y'all suck. Like, historically bad. What are you going to do if you're a Josh Rosen, if you are a Dolphins football player? Like, do you believe y'all can win a game this year?
Not a chance.
Like, are they going to realistically?
I mean, you go into every game trying.
Yes.
But I don't even think that coaching staff thinks that team can win a game this year.
They are a 17-point underdog against the Chargers. I want you to know that the Chargers, by the way, are 1-2. The Chargers aren't, destroying the world, man. A win here will get them back to 500. They are playing the sorry Dolphins, so they're going to get to 500. But again, this is a Chargers team that is not undefeated. They are a 17-point dog. Holy guacadedgum moly. Now, I have got to straight up say a big fat before I go to break, because I just want to do this real fast. I didn't even believe this. But did you know the Jetsons debuted on this day in 1962? Here's George Jetson, his dog Elroy. Did you ever watch the Jetsons?
Couple times. The thing is, it was more 80s and early 90s, right?
This is sad.
And then it ceased, but it still played.
Okay.
I saw a couple episodes, but never actually got into it.
This is really going to mess you up, and all you people out there, and I might deserve a dud. I think back to my childhood and my cartoons, like Mighty Mouse, the Jetsons, and I remember a lot of their, Flintstone kids. I remember, the rabbit that used to run around, that wascally wabbit. I remember all that stuff. But do you know what? I don't remember in any episode where I learned anything. I don't even know if they ever did anything. There was just some dog, Elroy, a lady, the dad, a mom. What'd they ever do?
Well, I mean, cartoons nowadays are worse with that, I feel like.
Oh no!
I read an article about
about
how SpongeBob hurts short-term memory in children.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
scary.
if you want to ask a kid if they remember those episodes, I don't know if they will.
By the way, There's a person on at 67129. Don't worry, Studs and Duds is not even over. I'm about to get to quarterback play of the National Football League, and I got a Cam Newton note for you, sir, that's going to blow your mind. Whatever y'all do, don't you think about touching that dial. This is Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7 FM.
Sports Time with Rollo and Stats. Every weekday afternoon from 3 till 6. Right here on Sports 56, 96.1 and 87.7.
I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses will buy a house in any area, in any condition, and yes, it's guaranteed to close in 5 days. If you need to sell your home quickly, call 901-406-1101. If you've been through a divorce, if you lost your job, if you're tired of renters, I Buy Houses can get you your money quickly. I Buy Houses will buy your home in Shelby County, DeSoto County, Memphis, Bartlett, South Haven, Horn Lake, Olive Branch, anywhere and everywhere in between in any condition. And yes, they're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that pen, 901-406-1101. I Buy Houses.
My digestive system used to make me feel sluggish. Now I feel great. That's because I kicked off 2019 with the Metamucil 2-week challenge, and I'm still hooked. I just took Metamucil every day for 14 days. It's really that easy. Metamucil traps and removes the waste that weighs you down, so you feel lighter and more energetic. Now I never want to go back to that heavy feeling. Are you ready for the Metamucil 2-week challenge? For a coupon and daily support, sign up at Metamucil.com today. Available at Walmart and Walmart.com.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call this toll-free number right now. 800-390-9528. That's 800-390-9528. By calling your addiction team, you're taking the first steps to recovery. The help you need could be one call away. 800-390-9528. Make the free call now. 800-390-9528. Your addiction team is a third-party advertiser for various treatment centers and placement networks. Individual results will vary. Visit youraddictionteam.com/terms for more information.
Successful organizations have experts, marketing experts, finance experts, logistics experts, but few have cloud experts. Fortunately, CDW has cloud experts, lots of them. CDW Cloud Consulting Services can help your company develop smart strategic cloud solutions. They'll work within your budget and requirements to help your company get ahead of the competition and maximize your cloud investment. Visit cdw.com/cloud to learn more about our cloud consulting services. CDW, people who get it.
I love fall. The landscape is so beautiful at Town Village Audubon Park. Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. Looking for a great place to retire, but you still have a very active lifestyle? Then visit Town Village. Only requirements that you're 55 plus. Prices per month starting at $2,300. Gourmet Chef Drew invites you to visit our restaurant and bistro. Package includes 3 complimentary meals per day, maid service, free local transportation, daily check-in, monthly coffee club, themed dinner parties, lots of fun. Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home. Town Village Audubon Park.
Now back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy.
Oh, it was his boy. I thought it was his dog. Daughter Judy.
You ever met anybody named Elroy?
Nuh-uh. Jane's his wife. Barely drop her in there. There is a dog, right?
We will see. Nope. No,
Dude,
no
that's
dog.
so sad. Elroy was his son. Somebody also just tweeted that. I mean, texted that in earlier. Holmes, hard and you're way off. Again, this was my childhood. That was a long dead gum time ago. And obviously you don't remember very much from your childhood, I can see. I love that show for some reason. Don't know why. I would get excited as can be when it would come on. But who knows? I think I just like to sing that song. And I guess I was always calling Elroy his dog. Maybe I just really wanted a dog and never had one. Who knows? But a lot of people have been texting in. Thank y'all very much. Appreciate y'all very, 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 very much. Somebody saying, Johnny Harry Radio, good afternoon. I love this show. My favorite happy hour. Thanks, Johnny and Gabe. Go Gator, beat the brakes off them balls. Thanks, Vinny. Man, that was not bad. And my Cardinals swept them Cubbies. Woohoo! Postseason, here we come. Kathy, she is extremely happy. And it sounds like everybody and their grandmother is as happy as can be. And I don't blame them. But you know who's not happy? Cam Newton. Look at the way he's dressed. He can be happy. If he walks outside of his house, he's got to think, I don't look good. But he thinks he looks good. So he's not doing good. We need some studs and duds. And you know what, Cam? I hate to do this. Astro was the dog. Thank you so much. And it's Rasro. Rasro. Astro is Rasro. I know what he's saying. I actually know what he means. Rasro. Yeah, I know what he's saying. Trust me. This is way before you were born, Gabe. This is old man.
I know. Trust me, I know.
This is old man stuff. This is like Bruce Springsteen's turning 70 today, like the boss. I'm surprised. Wait, Greg Gaston did not play a bunch of Bruce Springsteen today? I am so upset with him. Are you sure?
Not when I was in here.
Dude, somebody let Gaston Double G right now tweet at him, bro, do you know this is Bruce Springsteen's 70th birthday today? And you missed it? Double G, I'm worried about you, homie. If John knows that it's the Bruce's 70th birthday, how do you not, man? I only knew it because somebody tweeted it at me. But it's just like, this is something that it should be on Double G's the forefront of his geniusness. But anyway, out of all the studs and duds and all the wonderful things that we've been talking about, we've talked about Antonio Brown, we've talked about Belichick, we've talked about all kinds of wild stuff, but I got to talk about Cam Newton. If we're going to talk about quarterbacks, y'all aren't going to believe when I tell y'all this. Did y'all know Cam, as a lot of people like to say Cameron Newton? Did you know that this is really going to really mess you up? I had to write this down to make sure I wasn't wrong. Cam Newton, 0-6, 0 touchdowns in his last 6. Kyle Allen, 2 starts, 6 touchdown passes. Oh my, is Cam done? And does Cam deserve to continue to start? When's Cam won, man? Dude. And by the way, again, for me, I would just be on simple fact, homie, did you really leave the house and thought you looked good? I just need to know. And if he says, yes, I look good, then that's all I need to know. All right, y'all. Psychiatrist, she's down the hall. You need to go see her. Lay on the couch. Talk to us when you get better. We're going to go with Kyle. We got to go with Allen because this is just absolutely getting embarrassing. By the way, Kyle Allen was the quarterback that had it out, and him and Kyler Murray didn't really like each other, and they kind of had to, fight for a little positioning, and then both ended up leaving. Very interesting little story there also. Both in the National Football League, and Kevin Sumlin couldn't get jack out of either one of them. Kevin Sumlin, I think you proved you are a dud, even though, well,
I mean, look at him now. Look who he had. Look at
Khalil Tate.
A Heisman thought when he got there.
So sad. There were so many amazing things. But in all actuality, again, this is one of the saddest, biggest duds for me, and it's Dick Fangio. How do you have... I want you to think what I just said. I want you to think what I just said. You're Dick Fangio. You are the best defensive coordinator in football. You got Chubby Town. That's Bradley Chubb. You got Vaughn. I ain't playing no games. I can ride home with the Millers. I'll be part of their family. What's up? Vaughn Miller, Bradley Chubb. Do you know they're the first defense in the history? And I'm not talking about since one season or one series. The first defense in the history of football. Happy 100. First defense to ever go through 3 games, 0 sacks, 0 interceptions, 0 fumble recovers, 0 turnovers, 0 jack. And again, you're Dick Fangio. You know, you're the man. You're the biggest Dick Fangio fan on planet Earth. Nobody has stopped more offenses than Dick Fangio. Dude's plugging run holes, stopping balls flying through the sky. And now this lunatic can't even stop nobody. And again, he's got Bradley Chubb and Von Miller. I'm so disappointed in you, Dick. You've made me not a Fangio fan. I don't even know what to say. Stud of the week. Broke my heart. I also like talking about Dick Fangio. Because I'm a 4-year-old that gets to talk on the radio. I want y'all to know we're coming back, and I'm going to flip this bad boy over. We're flipping the script. Nope, it's still, that's right, Chad Gatlin, Memphis Farmers, they still got you covered. Auto, home, life, business, anything you can think of, memphisfarmers.com. But coming up next, we're doing straight, no chaser. Guess who's going to run that bad boy? Gabe. He's going to ask me if I need a couple chasers, or if I can answer these bad boy questions. We'll have to see. But I know it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot more fun than Southern Miss had playing Alabama, we'll say. Whatever y'all do, don't you dare touch that dial. We're going to be a lot more effective than Dick Fangio, I can promise you that. Right here on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Frontier Western Store's world-famous boot showroom is waiting for you. With aisles and aisles of boots in one easy spot, you will find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Everyone loves Ariat boots, and Frontier has over 1,000 pair in that brand alone. Come grab a pair of rugged work boots like the Workhog, or discover an everyday classic in Ariat's Rambler. Tons of other brands as well: Rocky, Dan Post, Red Wing, Durango, Justin, Twisted X, and many more. Frontier constantly restocks and refreshes their lineup of boots, so you're certain to walk out of the store happy in your new comfortable footwear. They have a wide assortment of sizes available for men, women, and children. Work, dress, or play, Frontier's knowledgeable staff will cheerfully help you find the perfect fit. It's boots galore at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, Olive Branch, or on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated, you know it, since 1967.
If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, please call this toll-free number right now, 800-390-9528. That's 800-390-9528. By calling your addiction team, you're taking the first steps to recovery. The help you need could be one call away. 800-390-9528. Make the free call now. 800-390-9528. Your addiction team is a third-party advertiser for various treatment centers and placement networks. Individual results will vary. Visit youraddictionteam.com/terms for more information.
Hey, you doing, people? And if it's a Chevy you're looking for, any new Chevy, Olive Branch is where you need to go. New 2020 Silverados and Blazers are at All-Star Chevrolet, ready for you to drive today. Traverse, Equinox, Impala, best new All-Star Chevy lineup ever. And most have 0 for 72 financing. So give these Chevys a test run. Roll the windows down. Enjoy the weather. Crank the music up. Pretend like the car is going to be yours, because it is going to be yours. And best of all, All-Star has the ABCs. A, the All-Star Challenge. Take any written offer from any Mid-South auto dealer to All-Star Chevrolet, and you can get a better deal, new or pre-owned, or they buy you a tank of gas. B, best buying experience, period. No wasting your time. They make it easy. And C, customer care. You're all in. Loaner cars, free oil changes. It's the All-Star family, and they're going to treat you like that. It's not South Haven, not the Pike, not Collierville. It's got to be Olive Branch. Find new roads to All-Star Chevrolet or go to allstarautogroup.com.
Dive into an ocean of delicious possibilities at Ocean Blue Seafood and Bar, 6600 Stage Road at Kirby Whitten in Bartlett. Mouthwatering boiled crab legs, crawfish, shrimp, clams, mussels, and more. Want a working lunch that won't slow you down? It's Ocean Blue. Ocean Blue features the wettest happy hour in town with $3 specials all afternoon long. For lunch, dinner, or a seaside sundowner, it's Ocean Blue Seafood and Bar, 6600 Stage Road at Kirby Whitten in Bartlett. Take the plunge into Ocean Blue today.
Hi folks, Rob Walker, Infiniti of Memphis, and we've got a new Infiniti crossover vehicle that has raised the standard of comparison to a new level. Imagine having both sports car performance and eco-friendly efficiency on demand, working together to empower every driving experience. The result of 20 years of engineering, QX50's award-winning variable compression turbo engine is the world's only engine of its kind. Like two engines in one, it delivers a combination of power and efficiency that is truly in a category all its own, and only Infiniti has it. You'll never sacrifice performance for the sake of efficiency again. And the new QX50 offers more horsepower than its Audi, Lexus, and Mercedes competitors. Add to that QX50's award-winning sumptuous interior, and you have the best combination of performance and comfort in the mid-size crossover segment.
Infinity of Memphis, and online at infinityofmemphis.com.
In today's evolving workplace, XMC understands the process of getting office work done has moved from the desktop to your pocket. The new Xerox multifunctional printers and ConnectKey app technology are game changers. Are you working with confidential information? Does it need to be secure from unwanted threats? Do you need to translate documents to another language? Xerox's App Gallery provides solutions like secure printing and easy translator technology. XMC is the second largest exclusive Xerox agent in the U.S. with 9 locations to serve you. We've been in business for over 25 years and have received top awards from Xerox. In changing our world one experience at a time, our team's committed to doing what's right for your business. XMC is proud to be your leader in document and print management, and it'd be our pleasure to serve you. Contact XMC today at 888-814-3114 or visit our website at xmcinc.com. XMC, excellence in office solutions.
If you're an outdoorsman and love all things hunting and fishing, be sure to listen to Sports 56 Saturday mornings at 6 a.m. for Outdoors Today. Brought to you by The Gun Store, 6920 Winchester in Memphis. Outdoors Today is a 1-hour show hosted by veteran Mark Tobin and a group of respected outdoor-loving guests. Outdoors Today is dedicated to bringing outdoorsmen tips and techniques and tactics to help with your hunting and fishing in all seasons. Saturday mornings at 6 on Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 87.7 and 96.1 FM.
We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, WIVG-FM Tunica Memphis, and WPG-FLP Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. It's Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
If you like pina coladas.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Check it out right here. Ladies and gentlemen. And now?
Now, a man that eats meat so rare, he only eats unicorns. Johnny Harden.
What is up? Welcome back into a little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. We've learned a lot today. That Astro was the dog, not the little kid on the Jetsons. Dead gummit, I thought it was Elroy. That was the son. But you're right. Who calls their son Elroy? In fact, I bet there's more kids named Astro.
There's some names that have sort of like been retired from back in that day, like Ebenezer. All right, Elroy's got to be one of them.
Ebenezer, that's right. That's Scrooge.
Yeah, you remember that name?
Yeah, who would call their kid Ebenezer after that story? Hey, let me ruin my kid for life. Call him Ebenezer. Everybody would be like, Scrooge. We don't like you, kid. That'd be a horrible one. But I've seen some worse. Y'all remember when I did Hardwood and I gave you the, do you remember the Butt Brothers for Life? The tombstone? The horrible tombstone?
Oh, yes, they're the Butt Brothers.
Yes, and it's legit. Like, it says B-U-D. And
that's
their
rough.
last name. You know, like Jake Butts and, like you know, him. Imagine if you had a twin. They died at the same time, and your parents were they thought they were so comical that they thought it would be funny to have a joint tombstone and put Butt Brothers for Life and then have both their names underneath it. I cried laughing. But again, you got to find comedy wherever you can find comedy. And even like Vic Fangio when he's doing horrible on defense and things like that. You got to find comedy wherever you can find it. And I'm always looking for it. And I can tell you what, if you are having ups and downs as everybody in this world, right now, AB's having some downs. In fact, AB might need some property to get rid of. 901-406-1101. It really is that simple. 901-406-1101.
901-406-1101. You call Bill at I Buy Houses, and guess what? A bing, a bang, a boom. You just sold your house. Thank you so much. I got to say, I love you very much, because guess what happened today? Any house, any area, as is. He closes in 5 days. Bing, bang, boom. Had somebody actually text in earlier, called Austin. Austin called me. I talked to him. I'm like, man, I love the fact that you wanted to talk to me to find out if he was reputable, but I would not bring him on. If you have not noticed, every restaurant that has ever been on these airways, I've eaten at first, and I have turned some down. Anything that I've ever put my name to, I have used. 901-406-1101. It's been over 11 years now. I used. The peeps at the bank were saying, Mr. Harden, you have 2 weeks before we foreclose on your house. And guess what I was doing? Gonna lose everything. And then my neighbor gave me 901-406-1101, and Bill swooped in like Superman and saved the day. I walked in. I was like, I remember strutting through the bank like, do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. I paid that bad boy off, had enough left over, got me a new job, had my credit still perfect, put a down payment on my house, and I probably wouldn't be talking on the radio right now if I didn't call Bill. 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. You call him any house, any area, as is. Simple as that. Bill at I Buy Houses. Let's do some Hardwood. No, straight no tracer. Hey, I was close.
I had to let you get it right before I played the music.
Thank you, because
right?
I just wanted a little bit of James Brown, man.
Yeah.
I'm even wrong there. Just shoot me today.
It's a bad day. All right? It's a Monday. You have a case of the Mondays, man?
I had Vic Fangio wrong. Golly.
Oh, did you? Did you have Vic Fangio wrong? I wonder if you had that wrong. Huh?
He was a dud, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was definitely a dud.
I love the people who were like,
and you made his name start with a D,
I
too.
think his name is Vic. You might want to check that one out. I love
Yeah,
y'all.
you didn't know, though, right? Yeah.
No,
not
no
a clue.
idea. Accidental.
Not an idea.
Accidental.
Okay, so we've been talking about this. And the NFL and some of the players are trying to get this done where you create these super teams. How do you feel about tampering in the NBA? I know there was discussions after the season about how, it's a joke. Everyone tampers. Tell me what you think about it.
I can honestly tell you, way back in the day, there was a time when players were so abused they had to work 2 jobs. And I don't know how to say this correctly. I'm trying to be very careful. There was at a time, before Curt Flood, let's just say this. Before, way back when, and by the way, this is so sad to even think about it, like when Curt Flood actually did all this stuff, man, it really was like, I think that was like the 70s, man. I'm going to have to look that one up, man. But it really wasn't as long as people would think about it. I would like you to look that up because I'm trying to remember when he did all this. But commissioner, by the way, I think the commissioner was Kuhn. Anyway, that's a small point. He played for the Cardinals, very upset. The whole situation with Flood and creating the free agent market was, I thought, genius, because if you're a monopoly, if professional leagues are allowed to operate as monopolies, then there has to be for a way that these special athletes,
a checks and balances.
Yes, they're going to be able to get their money, and there's got to be a checks and balances, and things should be fair. But we have come into a situation to where now I don't feel like, ask Billie Jean, fair's fair. Fair's fair, man. And now we're getting to a point to where I don't feel like there's anything fair about professional sports. And the biggest crime of all of professional sports has happened to their fans. They have just been flat out robbed blind, and they've been taken advantage. They have been basically thought of as stupid, ignorant fans who can't think for themselves and will just show up every single Sunday to make sure they watch our product and buy it. And that's and I think that they've been the ones that have missed out the most.
So overall, you think tampering has gone too far?
I think tampering's gone way too far.
Okay.
Teams are supposed to be about the these professional organizations, like they start off like you love your team because you're a Cardinal fan, or you love your team because you're a Bostonian, or you love your team because you're a New York Giant, or you love your team because you're a Memphis Tiger, or you love your team because you're a Florida Gator, or you lived in Atlanta and you went and saw the Falcons. I mean, I was a sorry Royals fan
because Bo Jackson, I went to Chicks and watched him hit home runs like they were going out of style, and I was the biggest Bo Jackson fan that I was a Raiders and Royals fan when I grew up because of Bo Jackson.
Need a chaser here?
I need one bad.
So the NBA, this is weird for me. I feel weird saying this, but the NBA Board of Governors has passed
the $10 million thing.
Has passed stricter consequences going forward for tampering. Okay, it passed by a 23 out of 30 vote for the NBA owners. It killed the 75% majority vote. But of the stricter consequences, they have the annual random auditing of 5 teams' communications with rival front offices and player agents, along with the league. They have to mandate that it can undertake more in-depth investigations where cause exists, where they have to prove that there has been tampering. There's an increase. This is the main one. There's an increase in the maximum fine amount for tampering being $10 million. I think you'll think twice about going to reach out to someone you're not supposed to reach out to if it's $10 million. And then the third and final thing that it sort of put into effect is that top team officials are required to save communications with all their players and their agents. They have to save agent communication. And if they don't, there will be fines imposed.
Whoa, this is now getting serious. And you know what? Did you think it was going to be the NBA that was going to pass this
and I thought it was interesting because it seemed like the NBA was headed in that direction. And it seems like Adam Silver's had enough. He wants it to be somewhat of a level playing field, and you can't have LeBron reaching out to AD mid-season to come to the Lakers.
Yeah, you can't have KD and Kyrie and LeBron and AD.
And then sitting out.
Hey, I'm going to do a super
under
team.
his contract.
Agents fixing teams and all this stuff.
And I think this is a step in the right direction for them.
I agree.
I really do. I am all for players' rights, but I don't think they should be able to dictate where they play when they're getting paid these fat contracts. It's sometimes I feel like, yes, there is times where when you have a fractured bond, you can ask for a trade, but it's a request. A request doesn't have to be granted.
And again, you also have to remember that none of these players are playing in the National Football League, NFL, Hockey League, or any of them. It's not like they are, again, forced to play in these leagues. They can go do anything they want. They've had many players quit whenever they wanted to. So it is their choice to be there or not be there. So the simple fact that some of these players have come out and ripped people and ripped their own teammates or ripped the owners and said things about the commissioner, it makes me think they have lost their mind and they have really lost the whole employee-employer basically relationship. And you can sit there and say, well, that's not the typical type. Well, you know what? Hollywood fans are important. I think that's where the sports have forgotten because they only think it's about them. And even, unfortunately, a lot of the broadcasters, a lot of the people even covering have forgotten that it's not about just the dude on the field. It's also about all those butts in the stands and all those millions of people watching because you know what? If a tree branch falls in a wood, nobody's there to hear it. Did it really fall or whatever? I mean,
whatever.
Basically, what I'm trying to say is nobody cares if nobody's watching, and right now, ain't nobody watching.
Now, I'm not asking for a name on this question. Second question here. Who, not who, how long is the longest career in the NBA? Who has, I'm not going to say who. I don't want to name. I just want to know how long you think the longest career is in the NBA. So by season.
25 years.
No, it's under that, but
23.
Under that.
22. Vince Carter's
it's
what,
new.
22.
And that you nailed it.
I just couldn't
He resigned with the Hawks. He's 42. He's going to be the oldest player in the NBA. And he just broke the record for seasons played.
22.
Robert Parrish and Kevin Garnett were second at 21. But Vince, man, he is so timeless.
Vince, man, has changed his game more than anybody. I mean, think about the Vinsanity dunk master that he was when he's come in this league, and now look how he's transformed himself.
He's averaging seven points a game, 2 rebounds, and an
Shooting
assist.
trays.
And the thing is, 38% from 3. Early in his career, he was an athletic freak. He could shoot the ball a little bit of a stroke, but he is transformed.
Dude, this is what, if I was Ben
Mad
Simmons.
respect for
Simmons,
Vince, by the way.
Look at Vince. Greek freak, look at Vince. Develop a shot. You could be amazing. You could be anything you want. Vince Congratulations. You deserve it. You are a stud.
But he's going to need 5 more years to be the oldest player to ever play in the NBA, though.
Ah, interesting.
Oldest was 46.
Oldest was 46. Who was the oldest? Do you even remember? You don't know?
Gosh.
No, don't worry about it.
Yeah. I'll figure it out. I saw it was 46, though.
Was it like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or something?
No. Now,
go ahead.
Most important topic of the day here. It has to do with aliens somewhat.
Oh, I love aliens now. By the way, you know that my girlfriend hates you.
Why?
Because now
she believes?
No.
Now you watch History Channel
watch
after
History
midnight?
Channel all the time, and she wants to punch you in the nose. Not really. She's just like, she wouldn't punch you in the nose. She'd like...
No, but you watch those shows, and
'em.
your eyes just
I
bug
love
up. It's interesting. It's super interesting. But did you see what the storm Area 51? This is such a millennial thing. Did you see how that turned out?
No, I did not.
Oh, my gosh. John, this is embarrassing. This is so embarrassing.
Did a dude get shot?
Know how they were saying, okay, 500,000 people that can't stop all of us?
Mm-hmm.
3,000 people showed up.
Whoa.
Okay, which is a lot.
That's a lot.
No, I'll give you that.
There's 3,000 lunatics that went out there?
Yes, there's 3,000 lunatics that went out there.
should've
But
gone
of
and
the
sold-
500,000, if we're doing percentages,
Dude, we should've sold some water or
that
something.
was a failure. Okay.
Yeah, that was a failure.
Only 200 made it to the main gate. Only 200, John, out of the 500,000 they said were going to show up. This is the most millennial attempt I've ever seen.
Do you know Nat Hickey?
No.
He's the oldest dude that ever played in the NBA.
That's him. You see, that's
45 years, 363 days.
Oh,
old.
45, 46.
Yeah, close enough. 363 days.
Right, exactly. That's
know.
what you. So you get why I didn't remember the name.
And I was getting ready to say I've never even heard of Nat Hickey.
But get this: there was 2 arrests made, one for just disorderly conduct, and one for public urination. Somebody was publicly urinating at
In the
Area
desert?
51. At Area 51.
Damn.
Well, but you got to understand. I bet these guys, pre-gamed this thing and showed up 3,000 deep, right? And they're all drunk and
hammered.
Yeah.
Putting their alien suits on.
2 arrests. 2 arrests is actually,
They were running like they told me Arturo or something. I learned that last
Oh,
week.
the Naruto run where you
Naruto.
put your hand behind you.
I'm Naruto.
No, but either way, man, you're talking about 500,000 people were going to show up this thing, and only 3,000, and only 200 made the main gate. So embarrassing. Either you have to have a retry here, where you actually get more people to the main gate, or you just failed this and it'll never happen again.
You have got to try again, and I am telling you, try again. If Jordan Woods can come back from skankdom, then anything is possible.
If they bring celebrities along, if they get celebrities to endorse this thing, I think they could have something going. Right?
Yeah.
Right? You get celebrities out there.
Yup, I agree with you. Actually, I think
Get Kyrie Irving out there, man. He's probably an alien believer.
Oh, dude, you know he is. He's a flat Earth guy.
Yeah.
Like-
So I mean, you get a couple celebrities behind this thing. I
Bro,
think
he
you could
thinks
get more
he's
than
an
2.
alien.
I think you could get more than 200 to the main gate. But at the same time, arrests would be way up.
All
for
right,
sure.
I got to ask you. I'm doing a quick. Do you have one more for me? That was it, right? I thought it was. Okay, now I'm going to do something weird. I don't usually do this, but we're switching things up. I wanted to see if you need to ask me a question, if you need a chaser. Do you know who said that video games will be an Olympic sport in the next decade? That's like 10 years.
I have absolutely no idea who said that.
Ninja.
Okay, I could have guessed. Why couldn't I just guess?
That's what I'm saying.
That's
He's the only dude.
obvious.
By the
That
way,
was
though,
obvious. Fortnite legend right there.
Why though? No. But this is what's so interesting about this. This has messed my head up more than people can understand, because I was that little kid who was not little enough to get really into it, but I remember watching like that stupid, like the Nintendo, like the Atari was so bad. Like when I was
Well,
a
here's
kid,
the thing: is
like you couldn't get excited about Atari.
You got to understand, video games have become so much more connected, where you can connect
Talk to
online and
people all
play
over
with
the
your buddies and
world.
have clans and have. You can literally start up a team in an esport and win loads of money in tournaments.
Oh no, it's totally changed. It's like I can't even understand it. I was trying to look at it the other day, and I was literally thinking about this.
Esports is one of the fastest growing avenues of sport in general.
Period. And this is another reason why I say the NFL better watch out, because if you think they got more kids watching, they had more kids watching
Madden live stream than actual game.
They had more kids watching Ninja talk about playing his game. It was 3 million people more to be exact than watching the pregame on ESPN. That is not good, people. But anyway, the esports is not
that.
why I brought it up.
No. That in itself is really one of the craziest stats I'm gonna hear today.
But also, you have to remember that these are people that watch Ninja. They say are worldwide. So that is one thing. But yes, it is worldwide. But yeah, this esport thing is growing like a madman. He said by 2028, you can count it. Esports will be in the Olympics. He said it'll also be the biggest game in the Olympics.
Hey, if you have a lot of money and you want to invest in something that's going to grow, go get yourself a team on one of these things.
Now, this is where I wanted to ask you, though. This is where I was going to go with. Do you believe in what Ninja is saying? He also made this comparison, which is kind of, I think, a shot at the women. But he also said that he ain't worried because he said we'll also make more money in esports than and we'll pay our players.
I think the problem with that though is wouldn't you have to pay them sort of, because I hear about these 2K gamers, they make like $30,000 a year. Like you would probably get paid by the tournament that you win, sort of similar to like golf or
except for the kid who won
tennis 30. Or
like well, that's what I was getting ready to say. This year's Fortnite World Cup had a $30 million pot with the grand prize taking home $3 million, and then all those other people taking home tons and tons of money. So what I'm just trying to say is, by the way, what was the FedEx Cup? Brooks got what? How much did Brooks Koepka get? $10 million? I'm just saying, can you believe how much esports have grown? And I never in a million years would have ever thought of this. And this is what I'm trying to say is, like, when I was a kid, I remember this. There was that show where, like, this little kid put on, like, a glove, and he was, like, the Nintendo champion, and he traveled around the world, and he, like, kicked everybody's butt Nintendo, and he was rad. I watched so many bad 80s movies. But anyway, like, I watched that, and I'd be like, okay. Then I would call my friends. We'd all meet up at our fort. And see, this is when I was growing up. We played BB Gun Wars.
And this is where I'm trying to think here. 10 years from now, where is esports going to be? How interactive is it going to be? Because they have so much of this lifelike where you put on the mask and you can walk around. Like they're starting to get that involved in these esports. I can only imagine a decade from now where they will be as a sport. It's crazy. Because right now, I don't think anyone expected them to be on the level they are.
No, I don't think so. I don't think at all. But again, what was it? Rory won this year. He got $15 million of the $70 million bonus fund. Again, that is unbelievable money. But did you ever even think that esports would ever come close to the kind of money we're talking about?
A 14-year-old this year has won
$3 million.
It was $3 million or 1.3?
I thought he's at $3 million. Are you talking about the 16-year-old gamer? He's made $3 million.
There was another one. There was one where two guys who were really young split for 1.3.
Oh, I see now which one you're talking about. That little guy, he's so young.
Right? It's wild.
Oh, my goodness. By the way, did you hear just a little? Oh, man, I got so many stuff. We got to take a break because I got Hardwood coming up on the other side. Y'all always remember 901-406-1101. Why? Because that's Bill at I Buy Houses. You got to remember my sponsors because I love them. They love me. And then also don't forget, you might see him over at Neil's Bar and Grill where the Fat Man rocks right there. Yeah, Neil's Bar and Grill. Did you know that they have now gone non-smoking? Neil's, where the Fat Man rocks. Did you know, and I'm dead serious, they are still open till 3 a.m. So you're thinking to yourself, man, did they change? Nope, they're still open every single morning. They got their lunch. They keep that bad boy open till 4 o'clock because they know there's a lot of late night shifters out there. They're going to keep that good old delicious lunch grub all the way till 4, and then the bar stays open till 3 o'clock. The kitchen stays open till 2 a.m. every night. Check it out. Neil's Bar and Grill, 5727 Quince Road. Neil's, where the Fat Man rocks. Also does have a patio, so if you want to smoke a cigarette, just step out on the patio and go smoke your little cigarette. But now for those who don't smoke, Neil's Bar and Grill is smoke-free. We'll be back in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. We are going to take you to Hard and Wood on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7 FM.
Search Sports 56 on Facebook and give us a like. And follow us on Twitter at Sports 56 WHBQ.
Hi,
Hi, this is Troy 5 owner of 5 Roofing. As most of you know, I don't have a history of bragging or boasting that 5 Roofing is the best roofer in the Memphis area, but did you know we are the only diamond level roofing professional in the area? We are one of very few local roofing companies that have been in business for 20 years. We've never had a justified claim against us. We are locally owned and family operated. Our labor warranties are for the life of the shingles. We're experts in insurance claim. We do residential and commercial work. We are the official roofer of the University of Memphis Athletic Department and a proud member of the Tigers home team. We support local youth sports and St. Jude's. We have worked with churches and veteran services to help those in need by providing services at a deep discount or even for free. We are currently working with Young Life to give them a free roof on the historic log cabin in Germantown. 5 Roofing. Fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
5 Roofing, it's what we do. We're here for you.
Frontier Western Store's world-famous boot showroom is waiting for you. With aisles and aisles of boots in one easy spot, you will find your next favorite pair at Frontier. Everyone loves Ariat boots, and Frontier has over 1,000 pair in that brand alone. Come grab a pair of rugged work boots like the Workhog, or discover an everyday classic in Ariat's Rambler. Tons of other brands as well: Rocky, Dan Post, Red Wing, Durango, Justin, Twisted X, and many more. Frontier constantly restocks and refreshes their lineup of boots, so you're certain to walk out of the store happy in your new comfortable footwear. They have a wide assortment of sizes available for men, women, and children. Work, dress, or play, Frontier's knowledgeable staff will cheerfully help you find the perfect fit. It's boots galore at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road, Olive Branch, or on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Family owned and operated, you know it, since 1967.
Come to Holly Chevrolet in Marion and get end of summer deals. Right now, save over $8,500 off MSRP on the strongest, most advanced Silverado ever. The all-new 2019 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab LT All-Star. All 2018s must go. Get a 2018 Malibu for as low as $22,995. Stop by today and check out Holly's large selection of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs ready for you to enjoy. And at Holly Chevrolet, it's a no-pressure, no-hassle environment. As a matter of fact, there's no Badgers and never pay a dock fee. Find new roads at Exit 14 off I-55 in Marion, just 15 minutes from downtown Memphis. HollyChevrolet.com.
2019 Chevy Silverado Crew Cab LT All-Star stock number N3558. 2018 Chevy Malibu stock number N3377. All discounts, rebates, and incentives are included and applied. Must qualify finance with GM Financial and have a 99 or newer GM product. Prices do not include tax, tags, title, or registration. Take delivery by 9/30/19. See dealer for details. Listen up, Rebel fans. You can now listen to Rebel Yell Hotline on 87.7 FM or on the web each and every Monday from 6 to 7 p.m. If you can't listen to 87.7 FM, Sports 56 has made it possible to listen online each and every week. All you have to do is go to sports56whbq.com and click on the Rebel Yell Hotline banner to listen. That's Rebel Yell Hotline each and every Monday night from 6 to 7 p.m. on 87.7 FM or on the web at sports56whbq.com.
First Bank is here to help you, whether you're a business looking for a loan to expand or refinance an existing one, a homeowner looking for a mortgage or home equity line, a consumer wanting to finance your dream car, or wanting a competitive rate on your CD deposits. Let First Bank try to handle your banking needs. Stop into one of First Bank's 3 local branches today: 6482 Poplar Avenue, just east of International Paper, 8398 Highway 64 across from Wolf Chase, and 6280 Highway 64 in Oakland. Or check them out online at firstbankonline.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
The Spirit Shop is having a broadcast all day Wednesday from 10A to 6P. The Spirit Shop is literally pulling out all the stops all day with Sports 56. Sample all your favorite bourbon, beer, and wines. We got a food truck. Come win lots of door prizes. Tickets to the U of M Navy game, $50 gift cards to Neil's Bar and Grill, $50 gift cards to the Butcher Shop, 4 rounds of golf at Wedgwood, including the cart. Make the Spirit Shop your liquor, wine, and beer oasis. 4848 Poplar.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Here we go. On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM.
Yo, welcome back into Little Johnny Radio's Happy Hour. Y'all want to hear something funny? Really funny? I'm about to play some video that's going to make you laugh really, really hard. But one thing I just now laughed, Antonio Brown actually thought he was going to get $5 million from the Patriots today. He filed a grievance, of course, and you know that we talked about it, but it's still like he's acting surprised, like, oh, I was supposed to get $9 million guaranteed. I played a game.
You played 11 days, homeboy. You don't get money for that, bro. Oh my gosh! And you played against the Dolphins.
Yeah, and not even a real team. That is so wrong. It's so right.
But I get tired of the would Alabama be a favorite conversation?
I do too. Yeah, that's
it comes
stupid.
up every year with
It's
the worst
stupid.
team in the NFL.
It is stupid, but this might be the closest. But this is going to make you feel a little bit better because that Miami team is really bad. But this, I love Justin Bieber. Not in real life. Like I don't know any of his songs except for what I think I sang a song one time I knew.
You
What was
didn't
it?
sing it.
Or you
That
sang
was a caller.
Oh, it was a
baby.
caller. Yeah.
Baby, baby,
What is
baby.
it? Baby, baby. I don't know the rest of it.
You don't. You know.
Anyway,
the rhythm. You don't know.
Justin Bieber's a young dude, but this Nick Starkel, do y'all know who he is? Probably not, unless you're an Arkansas fan who's like taking his head out of the oven or come off the ledge. Hope you haven't taken your. Please, I'm taking this serious.
And I'm serious when I say this is rough if you're an Arkansas fan.
This is gonna.
I mean,
hurt.
this is
hurt.
worse than losing.
This is gonna hurt so bad, and I'm sorry for doing this, but can you play the video?
Howdy, I'm Nick Starkel, quarterback at Texas A&M, and today is my 20th birthday. You see, a lot of people want different things on their birthdays, but for me, I just have one wish, and that wish is to meet Justin Bieber. So some of you may be asking, how are you going to do this impossible feat? Well, don't worry. I have a plan.
All right, people. This dude, I don't think you understand. This is like a real.
Can I pause
deal.
this now?
Oh yeah, you can pull it down now.
God.
Oh, you're there.
God.
No.
I could.
I just wanted to play a little bit of it because what I'm trying to say is how. I mean, was this not done by like a dude who was majoring in film or something?
I don't know. It's embarrassing though.
Dude, it's all throughout his stadium. He's throwing
Like,
the
is he
football
trying to be
himself.
funny or like?
Oh no, this
I'm
was
trying
dead
to-
serious. He wanted to get on the Ellen DeGeneres. See, I got to tell everybody this. I got to break this down for all of y'all.
Great place to start.
Can I tell you something though? You know where we're about to go. This is the best place to start, and I'm so excited because I'm taking y'all to the place where everybody loves to get nothing but hard and wood.
This is Access Hardwood.
And it's so good because it's always brought to you by our amazing sponsors. Never forget MemphisFarmers.com. My man Chad Gatlin, Auto, Home, Life, Business, whatever you think when you need insurance, think MemphisFarmers.com. Now, we've been having a little bit of fun, as you could say. Nick Starkel, he has now decided that enough is enough. And I don't know when he decided this. Well, it looks like, I guess, after this beatdown that just took place this weekend. Did y'all know that my homie threw 5 interceptions? Like, I didn't give this a dud.
And by the way, upset by who?
Do I really need to tell him?
Say the name.
$150,000.
Please.
A team you paid, they were a state.
And
San Jose, not San Jose.
They have been
San Jose State,
They
homie.
have been the joke of D1A football for as long as they've been in it.
Can I tell them before I make fun of Starkel though how much funny this is, how fun this is? Because it's getting to the Bieber part. But see, he brought it up the part I wouldn't even go there. Arkansas. Do you know how we made fun of Tennessee because they played what $1.3 million to get their butts handed to them by was it Georgia State? So we're like, that is embarrassing. Could you imagine handing over that check and you lost? Like, that hurts. Well, this is worse. This was $1.5 million. $1.5 million. Now, this is not from me. This is according to an Arkansas fan. I've been a Hogs fan, it says, my whole life. Over the last 67 years, I have done nothing but support them. I can't say those words. Basically saying the worst day of his damn life. That's sad. But do you know what's even sadder? What I just played for you? Y'all's quarterback threw 5 interceptions, okay? 5 interceptions. He spent more time on that video when he was playing at Texas A&M than he did studying the film book. That's how he got to Arkansas. And then he wears a Justin Bieber shirt under his pads. Well, Nick Starkel says enough is enough. He says he's ready to play football. He says he's still a Bieber fan. And he says he was the biggest Bieber fan in the world, but he says he's cutting ties and he's throwing away his shirt.
I'm sorry, but coming from a college football player, if I was going to play a quarterback who wore a Justin Bieber shirt under his pads, I would never let him hear the end of it.
I would not either. I would stop. But by the way, can I just say something? Do you know that he's actually blaming Justin Bieber for throwing 5 interceptions? Against San Jose State.
You can never be scared of Nick Starkel again.
Baby.
When you go in and game plan, the coach is gonna say we got to watch this quarterback, and all the players are gonna be like, "You talking about the guy who wore a Justin Bieber shirt under his pads?"
Well, see, this is what's so funny. No. This is literally. This is so sad. So Nick Starkel is a loser, okay? And what I'm saying is, and I don't mean a loser as a person. I mean a loser in the Bieber fandom area. Because guess what Bieber did? Bieber sent Starkel a sad face for his 5 interceptions, and guess what he's doing? He's meeting the real Bieber, not the believer, but the guy whose last name is close to him, Shane Bieber. That's right, Shane Bieber of the Cleveland Indians and Justin Bieber are now going to meet. How weird is this, by the way? I still think the greatest jersey from MLB Players Weekend was Justin Bieber wearing a not Shane Bieber and driving his motorcycle and taking a picture of that and putting it on Instagram. I don't know how many people saw that, but I thought the MLB player uniforms, the white and the black and the names on the back was kind of stupid. I really wasn't into it, but I do have to say thank you, Justin Bieber, for actually getting a number 57 that said not Shane Bieber, because he's Justin Bieber. I thought that was awesome. Because Justin, you know what Shane Bieber's was, wasn't it? Not Justin Bieber. So they are meeting each other, and they're going to hang out, and I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do? But I'm sure we're going to find out about it. So congratulations. And that feels like a pretty good Hardwood story. I'm almost scared to ask Gabe, what you got from this weekend?
Nothing in particular, but are you a Breaking Bad fan? I know there's some definitely out there listening that are Breaking Bad fans. You're not. You just became a Netflix guy.
I was getting ready to say I have never seen an issue.
So,
I mean, not an issue.
Breaking Bad. I mean, this is just regular sort of news, but this is definitely some. They're going to make a movie out of Breaking Bad and put it on Netflix. So, keep your eyes out for that. Keep your eyes out.
Just to make sure I'm right. Breaking Bad, was that not a chemistry teacher who started making meth?
Yep.
And they're going to make a movie out of this.
It's going to be like a sequel to the series movie. So they had a long series.
Well, was the series trying to say that teachers need to get paid? Look at what our chemistry teachers have resorted to making meth. Oh, it wasn't like that.
No, it was entertainment.
Oh, it was just entertainment.
Yeah, no. I hope they weren't trying to find sort of a broad spectrum pay teachers more because this guy's making meth. Yeah, I don't think that's what that was. But if you could try to argue that, you could.
Well, a lot of teachers did, try to get their pay increase, and they actually walked off the job. This is stuff that's happened, so maybe I don't know. I was just trying to draw a little correlation, maybe. I don't know. I think that's pretty awesome, to be honest with you. Now, I want to ask you this: did y'all know? And this is not a joke. I'm dead serious when I say this. Antonio Brown, we know he's not playing football. This is not a joke when I say this. He is enrolled in Central Michigan University. He's announced on social media he's enrolled there. He sent out a picture. He has 4 classes. They're all online. Introduction to Management,
No, he needs to
Technical
study
writing.
PR, man. He needs to study public relations.
Public relations
He
would be
he
great.
has a lot to learn about public relations.
Heck, introduction to management might be not a bad place to start though. Technical writing I love. Death and dying. That's
Death and what? That's a class
listen
name?
to this. This is literally death and dying and racism and equality. These are two different classes. Death and dying is a religious course. Racism and equality is a sociology course.
The racism and equality I'm good with, but the death and dying course, I don't really I want to, I mean,
I'm just
what do I
wondering-
need to know?
Again, all I'm just trying to say is like, how many people know a whole lot about death? All I'm just trying to say is I don't know anybody that came back and said, except for one dude, came back for like 3 days, forgave everybody. I know him. Do you know a lot of people that came back from death?
No.
I ain't read a
Do
book.
not.
I have not read that book that says, man, let me tell you what happens when you die, okay? All right, so this is what's going to happen. You're going to do this, 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 and this.
I think there's books out there, but like, again, like, why do I trust that person at their word? You
Can
know
I
what
just
mean?
ask you honestly? I wanted that. Like, can I not teach a class death and dying? What the hell are you going? Yo, here's the start of class. Welcome to the first day of class. You know we all die. Last day of class.
What did you learn?
Congratulations.
What did you learn in this
Congratulations. You know that tomorrow is not promised. Everybody in this class will eventually die. Have a good one. See you next semester.
Oh my gosh! You come in the last day and ask what they learned?
Like
Nothing. I learned nothing.
I just don't know how. I'm totally lost.
Do you like candy bars?
I love candy bars.
Do you
know
like
I have a
Kit Kats?
Sweet. I don't care if it's left or right. I like Twix, but I do like Kit Kat.
Ooh, me too. Twix.
I love
Twix
me
is
some
the best,
Twix,
man.
I love me some Twix.
And then Snickers is all right too.
Snickers ain't bad. I like me some
but,
Snickers.
So Kit Kat is making a fancy version of the Kit Kat. Okay, for you people that really care about this.
What?
It
A
will be.
fancy
Get
Kit
this.
Kat.
Get this. $17 a pop for four pieces of Kit Kat. $17 for a candy bar. I'll live, man. I don't have to eat another Kit Kat in my life.
Hold up. You got a pimp. Don't help me because you don't know. Ain't my fault that you stuck up. Explain what you just said to me again. Did you just say a Kit Kat?
Yeah, they are releasing a luxury. This is what they said. "Quote unquote," a luxury
This is a Kit
version
Kat.
of a Kit Kat bar that is $17. I'll live. Like I said, I will live.
$17. Like,
Without,
what do you
I
mean?
never have to eat that candy bar in my life.
Honestly, I'm going to be so frustrated. Kit Kat, you're going to have to send me a Kit Kat because I got to know what a $17 Kit Kat tastes like. Like, if this thing does not...
I think they need to have one day where
Move
everything's
me.
free. So, like, I realize what I'm spending my $17 on.
Like,
You can't
what-
just release that and expect someone to pay $17 for a damn candy bar.
All right. Y'all ready to get really nasty up in here? I always am here for the men and the women. I'm always here for my peeps. I don't care if you are a male. I don't care if you're a female. I don't care if you're blue, brown, green, or yellow. But I do care about one thing. I care about your happiness, and I want you to be happy. But y'all know, if y'all been listening to me for a long, long time, I am not a footman. I do not care if you are Kate Upton. I will not suck your toe.
Please tell me this is not the Black China story.
It is.
Oh.
And I am disgusted.
And the paparazzi got a picture of it.
They did. And I want
Tell
to
the story.
vomit.
You got, oh.
Can I just ask you something? Let me just tell you something. If you want to diet, if you're in the mood to lose weight, all you have to do is go watch Black China getting her toes sucked before dinner. You think I'm joking? You think I'm joking? Nope. TMZ has a picture of some broke, you-know-what dude sucking on this chick's toes at dinner. That, let me tell you a little something. I know she's paying for it if you sucking her toes. I know she's paying for it. This ain't Dutch. This is she paying. Because if you sucking toes, he's getting, I'm like, I want the surf and turf. I want dessert.
They're at the Capitol Grill, man. He can't afford that.
Man, yeah.
He's sucking toes for his dinner, man.
My goodness. Can I just
I'll
tell
be
you
damned.
something?
I'll be damned.
Dude, you know what? Soulja Boy out there somewhere going, man, that's nasty. That's nasty. Because, you know, he dated her. You don't think he did that,
With
right?
all those like high heel shoes and all those, her feet can't be nice, man.
Can I just
With
tell
all
you something?
she wears on her feet.
Can I just also tell you something? Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Have you seen Blac Chyna's feet? Like,
No, I haven't. And I don't see. The thing is, before the story, I did not care about her feet.
I never did
Ever.
either. And I will tell you, I did not eat a single thing since I saw this. So again, if you were trying to lose weight and you don't have some crazy foot fetish because you're gross, or if you have a foot fetish, that's your thing. But if you're normal,
I bet Rex Ryan wouldn't be freaked out by it.
By the way,
I think he'd be all right.
Funniest thing in the history, Rex Ryan last week on TV, the very end of the show, they were talking
That
about
was awesome.
foots. Did you see
Yeah,
that?
yeah. And
he's like,
let's not talk about
let's
feet.
not talk about this. And then, and I think it was Sam Ponder who almost fell out of her chair. She was laughing so hard. I think that was probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Rex, making fun of yourself, you are awesome. But again, last thing I'm going to say, Derwin James, my man got jacked. Y'all know about this. I didn't know he was held at gunpoint. I know the dude stole his Rolex and all this stuff, but I don't know how I did not know. I should have known. Derwin James is such a bad dude. Who's going to steal Derwin James stuff and, get away with it? Well, a dude who has a pistol found out he took his gold chain and his Rolex. Guess what? 9 years in state prison. So if you ever were told crime pays, you're wrong. Unless you just like 3 hots in a cot, because you going to jail, homie. Kevin Mitchell rolled up on Derwin James. Dude's 23. He's going to get out when he is 32 years old. Basically, hasta mañana, Kevin. Your life is over. Hope you enjoy that Rolex for like a day, moron. Stop stealing. If it don't belong to you, don't take it. We'll be back in 2 shakes, because you know what we picking, don't you? It's Monday Night Football. I got your winner right here. So whatever you do, don't touch that dial. Sports 56, 96.1, and of course, 87.7 FM.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy get you through the midday with Sports 56 Middays. Delivered by FedEx. Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 96.1, and 87.7.
Gun enthusiasts in the Mid-South know all about guns and ammo at 3615 Summer and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven, because they carry the largest selection of both guns and ammo in the area. They are authorized dealers of Colt, Benelli, CZ, Smith & Wesson, Glock, Ruger, Sig Sauer, Vergara, and a lot more. If you or someone you know is looking for something for self-defense, competition, hunting, or just something that goes boom, then get to Guns and Ammo, 3615 Summer in Memphis and 577 Goodman Road, Suite 4 at the corner of Goodman and Elmore in South Haven.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job in ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter. The smartest way to hire. And now you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. Covered it. August 14th, 2008. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
Call Chad Gatlin at 901-235-1176 or get a fast quote at memphisfarmers.com.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
At Jason's Deli, you can stuff yourself full of great deli food that's healthy, fresh, and best of all, it's not expensive. Jason's Deli is all about choice. Whether you're looking for a gluten-free menu, vegetarian sandwiches, healthy kids' meals, or if you'd like to invent your sandwich via the Build Your Own selections, Jason's Deli has you covered. And they only use fresh, wholesome ingredients. Choose from the club and specialty sandwiches, paninis, wraps, soups, salads, pastas, and much more. I love the cleanliness in the restaurant, the hospitality, And of course, the cost. They have a huge salad bar and great soups, including Southwest chicken chili, fire roasted tortilla, organic vegetable, tomato basil, and many, many more. And if you're planning an event, their catering department is fantastic and can handle any size party. Go check out Jason's Deli's 4 locations. On Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, that's my favorite, on Germantown Parkway in Cordova, at Poplar and Highland, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
If you need glass replaced, there's only one name you need to know: Benswanger Glass, the largest full-service glass company in the U.S. They've been an industry leader for over 125 years. For all your residential, commercial, or auto glass needs, Benswanger Glass is the name you need to know. 24-hour emergency service for all commercial customers, plus a nationwide warranty on all professionally installed glass. Visit Benswanger Glass in Midtown, located at 340 South Hollywood, across from the Liberty Bowl. Visit their website, benswangerglass.com. Benswanger Glass.
Now, back to Johnny Radio's Happy Hour.
Kick it over here. Kick it.
On Sports 56 and 87.7 FM. Here's your host.
John, are you ready for some football? I know I am, but guess what? We got a problem, yo. Tonight, we got Washington 0-2, and after another loss, that'd be a major playoff blow. Why? If you aspire to go to the playoffs, 0-3 is not very good. 0-2 is not very good, but 0-3, it's almost deadgum impossible. And as for the Bears, yeah, that defense has been bad to the bones. That's that championship caliber unit if I've ever seen one. But Mitch Trubisky, how can we say it? He's been erratic to be nice. That's putting it politely. Again, the defense, bomb diggity. The problem is you won't even believe this. Did you know that in the final game of the NFL schedule for Week 3, after all the stuff we saw over here at FedEx Field, 7:15 Central Time, we're going to watch the Redskins and we're going to watch the Bears, and people aren't even going to believe this when I say it, but Chicago, who's a 5.5-point favorite, and that bad boy looks like it's kind of climbing. Total 41. By the way, that thing's falling. But guess what? Redskins have won 13 of the last 15 in this series against Chicago. Ho, ho, ho! Bet you didn't know that. I was shocked to see that. I was absolutely stunned. And don't forget, the Redskins had a nice little run against Dallas. Then they just basically fell apart. I don't know what to say about this Redskins team. I really don't. But all I know is Monday Night Football is crazy. I know Dwayne Haskins looks like he could be all world, and he looks like he could be all bum. I know Case Keenum, he's passed for 601 yards, 5 touchdowns. He's completing 69% of his passes, bro. But guess what? We still don't know what to do with them. And everybody in the Big Capital just loves some VD, don't they? Who doesn't? Who in the big, like, is there anybody who doesn't love VD in the Big Capital? I think everybody loves VD. He had 11 receptions. Vernon Davis, baby. Is VD going to give it to you? I don't think so. Is Adrian Peterson going to give it to you? I don't think so. So I'm going to take the defense. It is hard as heck to say, I'm not even going to count on the Bears to score because I don't think they really can. They stink. But I do think that this Bears defense is so dead-gum bad that if you have Case Keenum, if you have Dwayne Haskins, if you have, what's that dude, who's the other guy they threw in?
Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, Terry McLaurin. If they have Terry McLaurin in, I don't care who plays quarterback. They're all going to get smoked by this guy named Khalil Mack. Mack attack. What do you think, Gabe?
You know what? Against my best thought here.
Uh-oh.
Against my best thought. The Bears need to come out of their shell eventually. And I think
maybe throw the ball.
That ain't happening tonight. I don't think that's happening tonight. I love the Redskins plus 5.5. When you look at the Redskins schedule, they've played two teams who are in the NFC East, who are studs. You have the Eagles and the Cowboys. And
the
guess
only
what?
two teams that they say
and guess
are
what?
any good in
Close
that division.
Games.
Both of
Close
them
games. And when you look at the Bears, they almost lost to the lowly Broncos. They should have lost if it weren't for the
time
terrible
ran out.
officiating
Yeah.
of the weight on the quarterback. If that wasn't a rule, they would have lost the game to the Denver Broncos.
It's a good point.
So I really think that Mitch Trubisky's in over his head, and I think tonight on the road, Monday Night Football at Washington, I don't think I do not think the Bears can get it done.
Man, by the way, and this is I've been reminding people. The Redskins have beaten the Bears 13 of the last 15 in this series. That is very impressive. And again, they played the Cowboys, a tight game. They played the Eagles. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, Eagles almost did everything they could to give them that damn game, didn't they? It seemed like they were trying. And by the way, can I ask you before we jump off this, are you still sold on Carson Wentz?
No, I am. I think he's good. I just think right now with where his receivers are at and how they're hurt
By the way,
right now, I think
you
he's going to struggle.
Please tell me you saw the Nelson Aguilar, the greatest Philadelphia thing ever. I can't believe I didn't play this. I should have played this today. Did you see the guy who saved all those children from the fire?
I did see something about this. I didn't know the whole story, though.
You do know the story?
No, I need to know the whole story.
Okay, let me tell you. Okay, so there's a guy who is saving people literally. This is not a joke. Like, there is a house on fire. They are throwing children out, and he is catching children, human bodies. He catches them. He saves people's lives. Guess what? Of course, the news goes up and wants to interview the dude. He's a local hero, okay? So I retweeted, by the way. If you go to Johnny_radio, you can see this, and you can listen to the video, and you will laugh your you-know-what. But my man says this is the most Philly soundbite in the history of the world. He helped save these children. They're getting thrown from a window of the second story, okay? There's one from the third story that's getting thrown. He's catching children, okay? He's a hero. He's getting interviewed. You know what he says? He's like, man, I'm catching one kid, then I'm catching this other kid, and he's like, I'm catching kids like it's going out of style. Unlike Nelson Aguilar, I'm catching kids. Or no, he goes, unlike Nelson Aguilar, I'm making catches. Bro, I love you. You are my hero. And the fact
that is so Philly, it's not even funny.
That is so Philly, it's not even funny. And the fact that you even were able to do that, like you're a hero and be able to still crush your Philly team, again, the most Philly thing I've ever seen. By the way, though, dude, he's a hero, and he was also true with what he said. Aguilar, you know where he's doing right now? He's somewhere sitting there like, damn, dude. Thanks a lot, buddy. Hey, all y'all people, do me a favor. Remember, we got sports time coming up. We got Monday Night Football. Gabe's taking Washington. John's thinking, uh-oh, I might have to tease the total, go under, and tease the Bears because I think this is going to be a low-scoring game and a low-scoring win by the Bears. I don't like laying the 5.5 anymore. I think this might be a game you need to call the experts. Whatever y'all do, don't touch that dial. Speaking of experts, you got Wolo, you got Stats. They coming up next right here on Sports 56. Whatever y'all do, get out there, make the world a better place. I'll see y'all on the flip side. Peace!
But do it real big, exactly like a player should. Enjoy your 24, do your thing and rep your hood. The world is all yours, but still we all grind. Forever in a day, the choice you make is really all fine.
Hi, this is Troy 5Ash, owner of 5Ash Roofing. It's an exciting time to be a Memphis Tiger fan, and we at 5Ash Roofing have decided to share our excitement. We are proud members of the Tigers home team, which means we sponsor the Tigers athletic department, and we're also season ticket holders to both the football and basketball programs. We will be giving away 2 and some